Fancy Walkin' by Malta off the album Summer Dreamin'. Let's keep things nice and short today. Let's rock.
Get on to rock, get up to burn, stand with the pride, ever feel your desire. One day I noticed that my life.
Hey everybody. Welcome to another Weebcup. We've got a lovely Maymare that I unintentionally picked for y'all. Start things off. It's a bit unfortunate, but them's the breaks. As per the tournament title, Guild of Your Strive is going to be leaving Game Pass on 8/31, so if you are an Xbox gamer, you should hurry up and grab it before it flees from you. Moment of speaking, we have both the gamers in the lobby. We're just waiting for both of them to step into the square circle and put their fists up. Got one ready. Okay. Stand by. Get right into it. Just a second. This is going to be an interesting match. Levintime, in the only Weebcup I've seen them enter, got second. Take to the air as May wants to do, but Iniftaigo has anti-airs on lock and takes the corner with a burst. I like the positioning that Iniftaigo is doing, playing fairly passive, not being too aggressive. Ooh. You may hear a dog barking in the background, disregard that. Ooh, big clip with the 5H. Air throw, Iniftaigo is air gaming, what May is known for. And Levintime, I expected them to go into this match on a tear, but Iniftaigo is holding their own. But with 100 meter on deck and a dust, Levintime snatches victory from the jaws of defeat. Wonder how that will affect Iniftaigo's mental. He's starting off a little too strong with the 5H. Oh, May clashes are so funny. Deflect to get out. Taigo. The offensive. Both players experienced with the post-Dolphin RPS, and Levintime is using that to turn things around. Takes advantage of that one block Dolphin. Ooh. Close out with an OTG. Levintime. Up one. I'm pretty sure I have a Totsugeki emote for BTTV. If you want to post that in the chat, you're welcome to at any time. Move into match 2 now. Time on offense immediately. Good check. May's standing punch, her 5P, is probably the best far slash in the game, so you will see it used a lot in this matchup, in most May matchups. Not converting off the counter hit 5H, but now Levintime. It's a nice conversion into... Ooh, no, not a wall break. Iniftaigo using 5H now. One of May's best tools. Humongous, active, disjointed. It does everything. Cleans your dishes. In time with the cheeky overhead to close things out. Ooh! Good 5K. Iniftaigo, so good with anti-airs the past few rounds rather, manages to take the air and not have any problems. Is that the Kraken Leventime's armor that they can exploit? Seeing overhead dolphins were... Iniftaigo gets clipped and takes a huge grip advantage. Ooh, good check with the 2S. Ooh! Levintime, again, cheeky overhead to close things out. They are up 2-0. What can Iniftaigo look for here? It feels like Levintime feels very comfortable on offense. Has really been taking Iniftaigo to task once they manage to get pressure started. Okay. Say that, but Iniftaigo's the one not watching their toes. Ooh! Scooped and put through the wall. Upper body invuln. Moves tend to be Dolphin's weakness, and up Dolphin is just as good an answer as any 6P. Levintime eventually on match point. Whoa, that hitbox interaction. JH, such a good tool. I want to see more of that. I don't think we've seen a whole lot. Ooh, good delay. Iniftaigo. And just get a great conversion. Huge chunk of damage. This is their opportunity. Also play patient after the Dolphin. And it pays dividends. It's scooped. I was just about to say, playing passive may be what Iniftaigo wants to do, but a little too passive and you get scooped. A little too passive, you get hit with the up Dolphin. Good 6P from Levintime, keeping Iniftaigo in check in the corner. See, that's 5H for you. Big, disjointed. It hits out of the air. Iniftaigo very on the back foot. Has meter, very good delay. Catch a jump out. Okay. Manages to reapply pressure with the RC from a Dolphin. Has to spend burst there, but... This is so... Look at this patience! Run up and throw... Unfortunately, the second attempt to run it gets stuffed with the jump. Levintime, 3-0. Just a moment. We will check on the bracket at this juncture in time. Okay, we will be moving into the winner's side of top 8 at this time. Seeing Fat Cat Teddy versus Stinky Steve. It looks like we're not going to be doing that first, excuse me. you'll be seeing Levintime stay in the room to play Emo Scooby-Doo next. Okay, looks like Scooby-Doo's in the room. I was much afeared that things would take an extra second, but... in general, I know people like to have just a touch of downtime before moving on to the next match, but... we'll make an exception just this one time. Okay. So this is going to be interesting. We saw a lot of big disjointed buttons from A in the last match, and Eno, who loves to hang out in the air, is going to have to deal with that. Whew. Ooh, the big 5H pulls out the stroke. 5H feels like it's going to be a very terrifying wall for Scooby-Doo to have to climb over. Oh my god, just getting left and right. Normally it's Eno who does the mixing, but... Levintime is on a tear with mix-ups. Overhead kiss, this is going to be a wall break. Good cancel out of the dolphin. Ooh! Baits the YRC, baits the burst. Levintime. Playing very observantly, very aware of what they're up against. Has one on the board. How do y'all usually cope with big, oppressive tools that deal with most of your things, fellas? Wonder what's going through Scooby-Doo's head. Playing very patiently. Yeah, that's a good block. Playing very patiently after the sultry performance. Levintime has meter. Scooby-Doo has had burst. Wall's broken. Scooby-Doo is on the back foot now. The scoop, and that's gonna be... unless there's a drop, yeah. Levintime closes it out. Finishes to catch with a stroke. Ooh, that has to have been... I wonder if that was a misinput, or... Okay, we're starting to see Scooby-Doo being a little disrespectful with stroke, and Eno can get a lot of mileage by being disrespectful. Avoids the 5H. Out, yep. That's what you gotta do when up dolphin's coming. You gotta go under. This isn't gonna kill. Absolutely not. Again, Levintime, so observant. Story of last match is the story of this match. Levintime 2-0. Will it be a three-peat, or will Scooby-Doo find some way out of this situation. It feels like as a rushdown character, Ino really has to contend with these anti-rushdown tools Mei has, JH, 5H.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
I think Scooby-Doo will have to find some way to bait Levintime into making mistakes. Okay, takes the corner. Has some gauge to work with. Okay. Levintime can reversal after a wall break. Or cancel, but Scooby-Doo looking quite strong at this juncture in time. Good disengage. I like how Scooby-Doo is playing now. They've adjusted to big disjointed normals. Oh, this is gonna do a grip. Oh. That's rough. Oh my gosh. That's so dicey. I'm Scooby-Doo keeping it calm. I like the spacing Scooby-Doo is doing, not getting too in Mei's face with the strokes, just spacing things out with normals, so it's an RPS situation. Levintime is 3 for 3 on those YRC snipes. Doing very well. Hello, Inkster. Welcome to the chat. We turn our attention back. Scooby-Doo starts off strong in this potential set point for Levintime. Sending burst. Meanwhile, Scooby-Doo still has a little leftover burst from last match. 4 for 4 on YRC baits. But not the burst this time. Oh my gosh. And that's that. That's so rough. That first round must have been devastating for Scooby-Doo, losing the... having to spend burst so early. Not necessarily early, but before, so late in the round. And you don't have it for the next match. The pressure on you after that, it's gotta be intense. And with that, we prepare to move into the next stream match of Top 8, Fat Cat Teddy, Stinky Steve. Teddy has assumed the menacing position of Potemkin. Can't remember if I've ever seen them play Potemkin. It's looking kind of dicey. I'm sure they have. I'm absolutely certain they have now that I think about it. That revolving door of characters. They've been sticking with Slayer for quite a while now. Oh no. Oh, you know what? Counterpick versus Anji totally makes sense. I see. Who are you playing, Blue Cheese? Yes. It's definitely gotten a little better. Oh, you know what? That's totally fair. I see the resemblance in the name now. Yeah, Potemkin Anji is a matchup. It's definitely gotten a little better with the Fujin changes and a couple of other things going on. But I still think the way... Oh my gosh. And Birthday Train? Teddy, you're a menace. Our top 1 seed for this match. Steve playing patiently around Fujin, choosing not to go for a follow-up in case of a cheeky Mega Fist. Good, good. Potemkin has these big, disjointed moves that leave him airborne. So 6P sometimes is not the best choice to use against him. But Ko, being a big, upwards moving hitbox, can really tag Potemkin out of it. Stinky Steve up around. I really like what Steve is doing with Fujin. Just going for empty Fujin. But at some point, yeah, going for some big enders there. Fujin is -8 on block, so at some point, if you're too passive with it, Potemkin can bust you, and that's no good. What's really no good? Really, I think if Teddy spent Steve, gotta be careful about that. Don't spend your meter. One thing we know about Steve, we saw last Weebcup that he loves to go for Kara cancel counter super. Ooh. That freshly buffed Potemkin JD. Big disjoint to catch. Anti-airs. As I was saying, don't get Potemkin Buster, I think is where I was going with that. Okay, Steve adjusting to the different moves in neutral. Adjusting to slide head. Steve is down on health. Teddy can kind of get away with playing patient because of Potemkin's high health. Ooh. Maybe not that passive though. Stinky Steve. Up around. Welcome to the chat, Avix. Thank you for using the bracket command. I remember the first time I got a big raid, there was no bracket and someone tried it, so I appreciate the adjustments I've made being noticed. Oh no, Teddy swapped a Slayer. You've seen the first character swap with Teddy's revolving door of characters. They've been pretty dedicated to Slayer this whole time. It's time to go back to the old me, it seems. And there really is a lot to pontificate on in regard to this matchup. Neutral is a very spooky affair. Okay, I think Steve knows the meta for dealing with Master's Hammer, but unfortunately doesn't get the throw. And maybe Steve... If you know, you know. 1 second. There we go. 2H is the move in this matchup. It's the move of every matchup against Slayer, really. You have to respect it. You can just hit it if you're trying to low poke. But the spacing on it is such that there are ways to deal with it, and Stinky Steve needs to find a good answer to it. Okay. I'm over here yapping, and Steve is locking in, it seems. That's what I'm talking about, the situation with 2H. You have to be careful poking into Slayer. Good check with the 2P. Teddy closing in. Ben's meter to... Okay, Steve is gaming. He is challenging Dandy Step. That's what you have to do against this character. He blocked the cross-up Master's Hammer. Ooh, that's huge! Doesn't get Midare, though. Overhead to close it out. Teddy on the board. #1 seed got first place in Weebcup yesterday. Last week, excuse me. Anyway, as I was saying, I started to say earlier, this neutral in this match is a very tricky affair. Anji's big weakness is if you try to spin in neutral, big moves can snipe the startup and recovery, and K-Mappa is precisely one such move. K-Mappa and 2H both. You can get a crouch punish on that? Okay, Steve's been working out in the library. Opting not to go for a wall break, just for some butterfly Oki, and it pays off. He's around. That's big. Of course, that's the upside to using spin in this matchup successfully. Suddenly, Mappa is not as big a threat as it was. Suddenly, it's a huge opportunity for Anji to get damage. Nothing over the 2-8. Oh, jeez. Just close it out with the big super. It's not even necessary. I wonder if Stinky Steve's reliance on Fujin into Hop is going to come back to bite him more seriously than it did this past round. Yeah, unfortunately, you can react to it, and Teddy is really starting to show that he's aware it's all fun and games. 6P. Okay, Steve out of the corner with that interesting first interaction, but Teddy gets a nice confirm and a pile bunker to clean things up. Like that, Teddy is up 1. 1 match away from ending the winner's side of the top 8 bracket. How will Steve respond? Listen here, y'all need to keep it down. These Slayer players. I've said it before, I go on Twitter and I see Slayer accounts. They're losing for 20, 30 seconds straight. Then they land one bombo. And that's every Slayer Twitter clip. Steve is checking. Steve is checking. Gotta confirm. Steve is playing around cross-ups pretty well, but just had to mash there. And normally you can mash against Dandy Step as a check, but in the corner, but Pile Bunker will catch you if you try to mash on it in most situations. And when you're that close to the corner, you gotta be really cautious about mashing, lest you get put through the wall. In that situation, though, Pile Bunker is a big risk, because you're super minus. The other person reads it. Ooh! Again, not going for Midare. I feel like Steve is passing up a lot of situations where they could be turning things around. And Teddy, just by playing patient, is able to take full advantage of that. Doesn't let the haiku play out? No cheeky counter supers this time. Nicky Steve will head into loser's side, while Fat Cat Teddy will be meeting Levintime in winner's side in just a moment. Still waiting on that. Are we still waiting? Okay, we just had the bracket update there. That's what we were waiting on. I think for now, let's move on to Emo, Scooby-Doo, and Pixie in loser's side. You'll be seeing them shortly. It's going to be Eno versus Slayer. You just can't get enough of Slayer as of late, it seems. Rating update numbers. If I recall correctly, Slayer had about a 16% use rate out of all the characters in the game, putting them at number 1. From what I remember, Anji had about a 5% use rate. He was down at the bottom, maybe in the middle. No one cares about Anji though, right? What we care about is Emo, Scooby-Doo versus Pixie. Scooby-Doo, starting with the knockdown into some Oki, driving Pixie to the corner. Pixie hits throw on Wake Up though. Scooby-Doo manages to defend against Pixie's onslaught and fight their way out, only to get put to the other side corner. Ooh. Ooh, the mix-up. It's caught by the left-right, and... Ooh. Hello? Oh no. Oh! Okay, doesn't manage to confirm off it, but Universe gives you a huge 30% damage buff, so that could have been the beginning of the end. Scooby-Doo trying to even life up. Nice XP! Against opponents who want to BRC at you after wall break, it's a good idea to stick out a nice active hitbox to try and deal with them. I like that Wild Assault to maintain pressure after the Deflect Shield. Emo Scooby-Doo, I think, was playing pretty well there. Unfortunately, Slayer 2H situation, what are you gonna do? Pixie is a contender, has consistently managed to show up in top 8 since their first time showing up at the Weebcup in my tenure. Oh no. That's not in regard to anything else. I'm just one of the homies in Discord is blowing up the group chat.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Duel 2. More of the same, Eno mixing. Scooby-Doo getting Pixie in the corner. Ooh! Interesting back that. Okay, we're seeing loops. Pixie spends burst to get out. Doesn't quite get the scoop, but we take those. Interesting use of Megalomania there. It feels like Master's Hammer is the defining move of this bracket. It's difficult to deal with. Yep, that's how you have to punish it. Good call out on the command grab. Ooh. See, it's the match with a round with a reversal. We're seeing some good checks from Pixie. Good 5p anti-air. One of the issues with Ino is that she does have pretty interactable offense. Maybe not the most interactable, but there are gaps where you need to challenge. It seems Pixie is pretty aware of what they're up against. Got a bite. Big overhead. I think that's that. Yep. Match 2 for Pixie. Sorry, just focusing again on that group chat I got sent. My Bedman playing Homie is up against either CPU, Faust, or Danny in their next match, so just taking a moment to maybe pour one out for him.
Man. Duel 1. Let's rock.
We'll be pouring one out for Emo Scooby-Doo. This really does feel like the story of this match. Scooby-Doo taking initiative at the beginning, putting Pixie in the corner. Big scoop. Doesn't kill though. That does though. Perfect, a nice feather in Emo Scooby-Doo's cap. Didn't spend burst at all. Not able to check with 2P. Ooh, we're starting to see the Eno mix really pay off for Emo Scooby-Doo. Opts not to spend meter to break the wall. Ooh. Emo Scooby-Doo just blitzed that whole match. That felt like a strive round. Bring positive into positive. The Scooby-Doo rallying. Will that continue to be the case? Big sippy of water while I wait. We move into match 4. Best of 5. Pixie manages to assert pressure at the beginning of the round this time. You see a scoop. Ooh. Pixie now one round away from taking it. Good check on the dive. You gotta check it. It's minus. Scooby-Doo is mixing. We're seeing highs and lows. Pixie gets a throw, though. I think that far slash might have been unplanned. Nothing to follow it up with. Scooby-Doo closes it out. Too far away to punish. Good spacing. We do. Good check on the dandy step. Ooh! Alright, alright. Seeing plus frames. Ooh. Not the biggest punish possible, but you get what you can. I was about to say, Ino's movement may be key to maneuvering through the wall that is JH, but 2H, excuse me. Jesus! But it does manage to catch Emo Scooby-Doo, and that's the start of the end. Pixie. 3, 2, 1. Check back on the bracket. We now move into the second match of loser's side, which will be Stinky Steve and C-Dry. C-Drive immediately starting off with Gold Lewis. They've expressed in the past they'd like to save Gold Lewis for matchups where their lives are... Jesus. I have no idea what the tech issue is. Stinky Steve is again going for hops after fusion to try and reset things, and C-Drive was aware of it, just like Teddy was in the previous match. And it does lead into the end of the round, but just check the run-in. Okay, good pickup for Steve. There's probably a setting I could use to help with that. I'll see it in a second. Steve has been kind of reluctant to go for Midare, but it paid off there after going through the drone, no preemptively using it. I think JD is kind of being a pain for Steve. It's definitely a funky move to play around. It's big, it's scary, it's got a very odd hitbox. The Ko doesn't seem to be the solution. What with a BT? Okay, I think that will probably help with any issues going forward. In the meantime, I'll put one on the board for E-Drive. Hang on a minute, you people. Swapping sides on me? Maybe miss the whole first 20 seconds of this match. Okay, now we see Midare. Life totals don't mean a whole lot here, not with White Wild Assault on the table. From 15 meter, yeah, Sea Drive can absolutely close this out, but not this week, Steve. You played your hand too strong. Now everybody knows what you're up against. Alright, good check on the run in. Steve again going for hop into Bro. Pressure. Don't think we'll see a burst here, so I'm not sure if Oki was the best route to go through. C drive up 2. Now I can hang on a minute. Okay, for a second the display showed 2 gold Lewises, and I was about to get real upset. Thankfully, no one's being subjected to gold Lewis mirrors tonight. Maybe a Cheerio still entered, but not tonight. Seeing some this pressure from Steve. Drive. Not really dealing with fan toss as of yet, but getting all up in Stinky Steve's business to throw that cheeky spin intended to eat drone. That was good awareness on Steve's part to close out with close slash. It's good to recognize the range where you'll have to go for 5k versus close slash after Nagiha. D-Drive is power canceling. We're seeing pressure reset. Ooh! Ooh! It is a slugfest right now, and unfortunately Anji is not gonna win a slugfest. Steve going for the overhead. Converting into super. How things play out here is gonna be key. Oh my gosh. That's such a spooky situation for Anji. Air dashing in JS. Anji knowledge is definitely going to be part of the commentary here as an Anji player myself. C Drive is experienced with this matchup. So Steve does put one on the board, but has a big hill to climb. I feel like Roundstar has been very passive for both of these characters. See a little pressure reset. C-Drive kind of struggling to make it to the center of the ring, but finally manages to. See a firm off Nagiha. JD is such a tricky move to deal with. It can just occupy space if you're trying to spin in. I mentioned earlier big moves to snipe, spin, startup, and recovery, and if you try to Fujin in, Gold Lewis can just put JD on the screen, and Fujin's hitbox is too low to really deal with it. Again, Ko shot down by JD. Drive is pressuring. Steve has a lot of risk. Oh! Just get shot. Drive. 3-1. I think at this time, we're going to move on to Winners Finals featuring Fat Cat Teddy and Levintime. Okay. Steve is in the room. Levintime is in the room. We are seeing seed number 1 on the left, seed number 2 on the right. Both pulled up to Winners Finals. How will things start off? I mentioned earlier the big disjointed moves from May and the excellent 4-frame 5P. Dolphin RPS. There's a lot of overlap in this match, I feel like. High health characters with big chunky normals, and RPS after the main advancing tool, but what May does not have is equivalent of 2H, a big mid-range disjointed poke that low crushes. I think on paper Slayer will have the edge in this matchup, but Levintime is playing very wily, closing things out with that 5D overhead like they've done before. It's a wall break. It doesn't do a whole lot of damage, maybe 20% on the board, but positive is in play here. Each wall for plus frames, applying pressure with Dolphin. No, puts themselves in the corner. Probably by accident, but that is going to be a huge chunk of damage. Fat Cat Teddy is scoring. Not going to close it out with this Mappa. May has huge guts. Just gets caught by the JH though. Levintime has burst, but otherwise resources are pretty close, all things considered. Teddy opting not to apply pressure after JH. No, does this time. I feel like not applying pressure is not a bad option, since one of the big things you have to do with this character is check Dandy Step. Checking Dandy Step here is really scary, especially with risk cranked, and being in the corner, the threat of Pile Bunker to frame trap you is going to make it real spooky. The check. Confirms off the charge does. Not quite. But he has one last chance here. Just checked it. Levintime. Up 1 match. Teddy opting to stick with Slayer. Door has not revolved at this time. Old Lewis Coffin has not opened to reveal any characters. If you know, you know. Sometimes starting off aggressive. 2H is not a bad round start tool for Slayer, but Dolphin seems to be the antidote for it. We are 14 seconds into the match. Teddy is down to about 20-15% of their life. Levintime has positive, almost full resources on the deck. Teddy has the corner, though. That's the risk of challenging Pile Bunker when your back's to the wall. This could... Damn. Good awareness using 5k to check Dolphin at round start after 2H didn't work the previous round. Oh my gosh, this is a massacre right now. Teddy is completely on top of things. Ace 5p to check. Does not manage to turn things around the way they'd hoped. Levintime now has to contend with Teddy with 1 on the board. I think both players rather, have realized solutions to the really tricky tools, and now have to contend with the main core of each other's game plans now. They both have answers for each other's biggest, most frightening neutral tools. Now have to look out for other stuff. Good use of Dolphin to get out of the corner. I think, yeah, managed to catch 2S. We do see a punish to Pile Bunker, not the biggest one. Jesus, you are the bravest person I know. Manages to punish the 6P. And used to apply pressure with RC after the Dolphin. Woo! You see a little scramble after that Master's Hammer. Master's Hammer is very plus on block. That's because it recovers very quickly. Even if you make it whiff, Slayer can be back on his feet in a jiffy to continue pressuring you. There we go. That's what we want to see. After that 5p punish on the previous blocked Pile Bunker, we now see a close slash, and this is big for Levintime. They take the corner. They managed to use 5H for a call out on Mappa. And he has positive though, and okay. Doesn't end up coming to anything, but their meter was starting to get dangerously close to the 100 mark. That could have gotten very spooky very fast. Eddie... maybe thinking, no, sticking with Slayer. We move into essentially the last match of Winners Finals. Match 4, Levintime 2, Fat Cat Teddy 1. I think at this point in the set, both players might think about how they're structuring their pressure, because we're starting to see answers, ever-evolving answers for what's going on. And he puts himself in the corner, but with Master's Hammer, it doesn't really matter that much. In time, opts not to spend Burst. Figure they probably think it's a lost round at this point. Ooh! The whiff punish on Mappa. Good spacing from Levintime. Ooh, what a cross-up. Ooh. Mappa also has a very good recovery. And he's able to get a close slash after Levintime dodges. Levintime evens it up on the round count of this fourth match of a potential 5-match set. I could have sworn that Master's Hammer was going to cross up. The bite. Oh, it's not quite. Not quite. Levintime has very little resources to work with. And Teddy closes it out with a quick overhead. Two. It's first to 5. Winners finals. Who will move on to Grands? Round start. What's the play? Levintime being patient. Good use of 5H to stuff Mappa. We've seen it a lot, and keeping it simple is working. Not dealing with Master's Hammer, though. Again, it's the best far slash in the game. Ooh, good up dolphin. Levin applying pressure with an overhead after dolphin. Now the behind the back. Continuing. Absolute grip of damage that puts Levintime 1 round away from advancing to Grands. Okay, we're starting to see some adaptation to Master's Hammer. It's potentially risky, though. We'll have to see if it pays dividends or not. Have to see how Teddy adjusts to it. Looks like... Okay, not quite, not quite. Just a quick punish on that 3K sees us move to last round, last match of Winners Finals. Double Luigi situation. Careful playing around the RPS. Teddy spends burst. Levintime is up on resources across the board. Ooh! I wonder if that had to have been a check for Master's Hammer. Isle Bunker can call it out, and with your back to the corner, deflect shield. Not spending burst. We're seeing a lot of jockeying for position. This is very... I was gonna say patient, but then Teddy sent it once he got metered. Oh no, the low? Okay, we see deflect, Levin out. Applying pressure with Dolphin cancel. Levin backs off. Oh, with wrist cranked. Teddy. 3-2 moves on to Winners Finals. Grand Finals, rather, from Winner's side. we're going to be moving on to winners semis now. Pixie and C Drive. Time to step into the square circle. Listen here, keep it down, will you?
Mankind knew that they can.
E-Drive versus Pixie. As stated before, E-Drive does not like playing Bedman into high damage characters. So I'm not sure if we're going to see the bed at all this bracket. E-Drive has a sizable lead and advantage with resources. Pixie has 2H, and I think Gold Lewis is kind of notorious for having a stop and start neutral, having to play around his resource, the security gauge. So I think Pixie will probably have the advantage in neutral, which is where it's going to count when BT is on the table. Big 6P in the pile bunker has a lot of corner carry. Now we're seeing, hang on a sec, I gotta blast. Alright. Sorry about that, I had to blast that a lot. Pixie has the corner, has the bite, but doesn't manage to convert off the bite. Doesn't close it out. Okay, 1-1. Resource is about even. Oh no, crossed up. Gold Lewis. Collect plus frames, and C-Drive is using it to get lots of pressure, but that hits in the air? Jesus, what a move. Ooh, with a scoop. C-Drive. A spot where any Slayer confirm could kill. Ooh, what a scoop! Couldn't burst because they spent for deflect shield. Okay, so Pixie now has to rally. For them, what is the best way to play around how C-Drive is playing? What's C-Drive doing a lot of? A lot of JD. One of Gold Loose's best tools. There's a lot of jumping going on to go over the 2H, and as with the match earlier we saw with Stinky Steve, JD is serving a similar purpose, being used to stuff Mappa, just being a big hurt box for Pixie to collide into and start combos with. Far slash. I think this is the range where the driver really wants to be. Don't get yourself outside of far slash range. Plays around that 2H really well. C-Drive is spending a lot of time in the air. Good check on the dandy step. That's the way to do it. Double perfect for C Drive. Fucking commanding in this loser's semifinals match. How will Pixie respond? How will they deal with these JDs that are being stuck out to stop them from coming in? I wonder if we'll see more K-Dandy into It's Late to try and anti-air it. It's Late is a big, disjointed, overhead anti-air. Maybe it's going to be too slow. We'll have to see. We'll have to see if that option shows up on the table. C Drive has the corner. C knocked down. Has to contend with a drone and JS, the Gold Lewis wall, as I call it. Now it's Pixie's turn to jump. Just gets chipped out. C Drive on match point with this down. Okay, we're starting to see Pixie use far slash 2H. Good neutral tools to pressure C Drive. Oh, big close slash. Pixie gets a perfect of their own. Ooh, nice JK. It hits higher up than JD. Maybe we will see some air-to-airs in Pixie's future if they can take this round. But right now, it's C Drive's game. Pixie manages to fight out the cross-up teleport step, allowing them to turn the tables on who has the corner. Scoop. C Drive has meter. C won't get burst back anytime soon. Getting close. Just the opposite deflect, about a second before burst comes back. I feel like deflect is on the table just to prevent any chip damage. That's what Gold Lewis has in spades. C Drive, 3-0. Close things out. Head back to the room for just a moment. We move into losers finals. Levintime versus C Drive. C Drive refuses to yield the player 1 spot, needing Levintime to step in. On the vacant podium. Excuse me.
Mankind knew that they could.
There we go, all better. May's neutral is probably going to be the star of the show for Levintime. May is very mobile. May has much better jump arcs, faster jumps. But Gold Lewis's JD is very big and belligerent, so we'll see Levintime use that to their advantage. Gets a overhead after the Dolphin to keep the corner. May's Far Slash is very interesting in this matchup, since C Drive kind of wants to jump a lot, and Gold Lewis has that very low to the ground jump. May's Far Slash, her real Far Slash, not her 5P, hits at a very good angle to kind of preemptively stop a jump from coming out when May has initiative. Sorry, A2H. Again, that big jump from May is gonna be key, I think. No meter to close things out. I think either player could probably take things off this next touch. C-Drive was sitting on a bundle of meter, but Levintime keeps it cool, goes for a scoop. Take one match. Losers finals here. As mentioned previously, C-Drive doesn't like to play Bedman into high damage characters, and as I predicted with the last match, it doesn't look like we're going to see any Bedman this bracket as a result. Big Bar Slash to start things off. Doesn't get a whole lot of damage, but it does get some corner carry on the board. Now with May in the corner, Drive manages to swap things around. A big counter hit. Whoa. It's like 60% right there. Seeing May pressure. That could have been very spooky. BT is not the best neutral tool, but it is a big, disjointed hitbox that you have to be cautious of, especially if you have a forward advancing move like Dolphin or Fujin or Mappa. What's good, Hohenheim? Doesn't quite close it up, it gets very close. Excuse me. Wild Assault to continue pressure, but too far away to really get anything out of it. That's one of the big changes to Red Wild Assault, is less momentum when canceled out of. I'm doing alright. I got a big day tomorrow, so I'm enjoying myself on commentary here. Nice check on the run-up. Machine Gun does a great job of giving C-Drive some space to work with, eventually gives him the corner. Is that gonna come out in time? No, it doesn't! Oh, good check. Levintime spends burst, but gets scooped! Gotta be careful about these little scramble situations. 1-1. I'm taking a minute before getting back in. What is going through their mind? Drink of water, a quick snack, catching your breath. Whatever it was, I hope it's gonna work for you. I feel like the mental aspect, the outside aspect of the game, is something that doesn't get quite as explored as certain other things. But sometimes if you're really frustrated, a scramble like that can really cause frustration, so you need to find some way to cool down. Good use of Faultless to put the space. JD locks down Levintime though. C-Drive continuing to keep the corner. So quick little 2K. Close things out.
Duel 2. Let's rock.
JD. JD. It's really paying dividends here. Okay, we see a scoop though. Okay, it looks like what I said earlier about Far Slash is not quite gonna work, because we saw it trade with an air move. In time. Slanted their feet. I wonder if that was trying to see if C Drive would make a mistake, but no, it didn't come to anything. Who wouldn't be scared of Gold Lewis? Like last time, Levintime straight back into it. Pondering this time, no waiting. No tension before the match. What will we see?
Duel 1. Let's rock.
See the best Far Slash starting pressure. Fortunately, Dolphin doesn't. Ooh! Gets inside the BT. Beach Ball won't clash with Drone meaningfully. Ooh. Nice reversal. But Risk is really cranked. If C Drive can get a poke here before it goes down. Levintime fighting through Risk with aplomb. Manages to get a round on the board. Ooh! Interesting. I don't think we've seen just a raw jump at round start like that before. Not this set, at least. That is a huge amount of chip! Levintime already down less than 50. About 50 lost from chip damage alone. Oh my gosh. Ooh. See a JP, rising JP anti-air. Air to air, rather. Okay. Okay, this is huge. This could be big. This could be big. E-Drive doesn't have meter. Just a JD. Neither player spending burst, so seeing a little bit of air jousting. Levintime. It's a cross-up with the throw. JD allows C-Drive to close in, but Levintime now has the corner. C-Drive one round away. Alright, the satellite laser is on the table. You have to be careful when using YRC against it, so I respect Levintime for not spending. Good pickup off that 5K. Okay, they have the meter. They can close it. Levintime brings it to an even 2-2 situation in losers finals. Let me drink some water. Okay, for a second there, I really did think that we were going to see a swap to Bedman, but no. May's damage is really high, and like I said earlier, C-Drive does not like playing Bedman against high damage characters. Last match of Losers Finals. Fine. Anti-air Far Slash this time pays dividends. Has to contend with a drone that's only level 2. Already back to level 2. Though. Ooh. Life is not quite even. Right as I speak, Levintime manages to take an edge in this matchup. Hard knockdown. Scoop. Little 2K into 5D to close things out. Leventime's old favorite. What a 6P. Wonder what. Because you can't... Was that an up dolphin read? I wonder what C-Drive specifically wanted to call out. With BT, but doesn't manage to get a punish. It's an air-to-air to take C-Drive to the corner. It's a big level 3 drone, though. C-Drive looking out for... Really looking out for the universal overhead. Oh my god, the music broke there, and I thought it was over, but no, it's a double Luigi situation. Levintime has burst. This is going to be a lot of damage Gold Lewis can't really do much about with Blitz and Burst off the table. Okay, Wild Assault. Burst is completely off the table for C-Drive. Levintime plus frames with the Beach Ball. Reads the YRC, just like they did in the first streamed match of this whole bracket. Levintime, 3-2, is going to be moving on to Grand Finals against Fat Cat Teddy. Waiting in the wings, on your left in the room. Johnny. Really? Canon matchup, everybody. Ew, beard Johnny. Mito would never approve. I do approve of the music choice, though. Suspicious Cook is a banger. If you never listened to the Missing Link soundtrack, you're doing yourself a disservice. What a call out. Manages to bait the reversal. Levintime. Little 5Ks closes things out. Okay. Not getting the hard knockdown, doesn't have the meter to do so, but such an early wall break is going to lead to big dividends. That was so smart that he almost had Burst on the table. Opts to just cash out before Burst can come into the equation. Eddie is also staggering like a champ for fear of any reversal supers from Levintime. It's off the table now, but Levintime had 50 meter after the wall break. Eddie is, for all the memes and all the Slayer 2H mashing, Eddie is a skilled player. They make it to Weebcup. Top 4 at the worst, consistently. And he's taking a breather. Will we see a character change? Okay, back to the old me, the classic, Kai. Teddy has been a Kai gamer for a long, long time. I remember back when I was competing in Weebcup, Kai came in pretty consistently against me. Stayed Kai throughout the bulk of the bracket.
Duel 1.
Garish Soul Colors. Neutral. Ooh! It's definitely going to be in Teddy's game unless they do reversals like that. There's definitely really strong Oki to deal with when Kai is facing you down. Kai has meter to... Teddy has meter to reversal. Oki. Good stagger. Ooh, what a reversal. Good time. Looking strong. Halfway to a turnabout of this match. This bracket. Ooh. Bowman cancel your reversals anymore, but if it hits high up like that, you can link into something. Good air to air, that's what May brings to the table. The good air game. Good mobility, good air moves. Levin is playing really smartly around Kai's 6P. Ooh. Just a little sweet to poke out. I like the way Levintime is jockeying for position in the air above Kai. What a whip punish. Ooh. Doesn't quite manage to punish the throw. Oh, that's gonna be big. Teddy has to burst here. Yep. The run-up scoop, the Kai classic. Opts not to end pressure, that's good. Teddy playing smart, goes for a reversal. Teddy has meter. It's facing the wrong way though. Don't you hate it when that happens? Levintime has... Oh, big punish on the burst, but... Stun Dipper drops, too close. This is really tense. I think Levin can close it out here. Kai, not the lowest health character, but does take more damage than average. Levintime, 2 out of 3 matches needed to turn this Grand Finals set into a Grand Finals reset. Will we see the door revolve? But he plays pretty much every character you could think of. Soul Bad Guy. From Guilty Gear. Just a little sippy to keep myself in the game.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Both characters with good neutral tools and an emphasis on close range game. Both characters with heinous 5H moves with great disjoint and excellent counter hit starting. Scoop. K doesn't manage to convert into too much, but does manage to keep the corner. Levintime. Fake Oki. Beach Ball wasn't active enough to stop Soul on the wake up, so they could run for the throw. Big Dolphin. The throw. Levintime has a corner. Teddy not being so reversal happy as they were with Kai. Jesus, that's like 60% there. Just closes it out. Levintime. Pushing this Grand Finals set into a Grand Finals reset. How will Teddy respond? Or Revolve. I go back to Old Faithful Slayer? Yes! This is how Teddy won winners finals against Levintime. This is where the music changed to. Oh my god. This guy is mixing. Master's Hammer. Not checked. Levintime is looking for Dandy and Mappa though. We saw a 5H in neutral. Little OTG, 2P2P pressure. Overhead from Dolphin. 2 H's on the table though. Life is about even. Levintime has a little bit of burst to work with, but I do not think positive or Wild Assault is going to factor into it, especially not if Teddy closes the round out like that. 5K. Both these characters have great little 5Ks. A out. No check on the Dandy step, but Levintime is playing around the RPS situation well. Oh my god. This could be... I respect the use of YRC there. Who wouldn't spend it when Universe is on the table? Teddy does have meter to spend. JH to catch the pile bunker. Levin closes out to even up the round count. Good with punish on Mappa. That feels like one of the best tools you can use to deal with it if you... Oh no. You don't feel confident about throwing Mappa, you can just try to position yourself out of the way. Oh, with the behind the back close slash. Ooh. Okay, this is Teddy's game now. Takes the first match of this Grand Finals reset. How will Levin respond? They're going straight back in. Quick little 2S to start the round. Wild Assault manages to get Levintime the corner. Again, that far slash that is known as 5P. Teddy spent burst while Levintime has a bit more gauge to work with. Teddy is just chopping away at that health though. Seeing multiple cross-ups in a row though. Oh, the big 6P. Ooh, big scoop. Levintime is in a desperate situation there. So desperate that they did not survive to contest the next hit. Even if they had blocked, they were in a situation where they were down around, so spending burst would have been detrimental for the third match of that third round of that match, excuse me. This is potential tournament point for Fat Cat Teddy. Will Levintime do a reverse 3-0? Will Teddy start with 5k? No, starts with K Dandy. When I say Master's Hammer has been the move of this whole bracket, it really has. I don't think I've seen many challenges on it. Okay, good safe jump. Not the biggest starter, but Levintime has the corner. For all the 2H's Teddy is using, I've seen a distressing lack of exclamation point 2H in chat. Won't y'all oblige me now? Wild Assault to maintain pressure. Risk is cranked. Oh my gosh, that was such a scary situation for Levin to be in. Full risk against Slayer is no way to live. Rage. Oh my god. Slayer standing there menacingly. Risk is going up. Levin is playing around the post. Nappa RPS well, but Teddy as positive. He is for sure going to get burst back in the next round. You know, Levin's in. You can't spend burst here as Levin. If you spend it, you're one touch away, and you're down in the next round. Then, starting off well. A gold burst. This is scary. Big challenge from Levin to not let Teddy take advantage of that damage bonus from positive. Counter hit pile bunker may look scary, but it's not that big a threat unless you're in the corner. It just gets Slayer positional advantage, and while that's bad, it's definitely not as bad as counter hit bump ahead or it's late, which will get a full combo conversion. Levintime, 1 on the board. Using that most miraculous of buttons, 5P to just check Teddy's offense. Match 4 of this Grand Finals reset. See a scoop on Dandy Step. Tick throw. Every time close to getting a wall break. That's the first time we've seen Hand of Doom this whole bracket. Ooh! Doesn't quite have the meter to close things out, but Levintime has a big health lead and uses that to just check Dandy Step. Burst is off the table for this round. Teddy has about 50 bursts to work with. I wonder if... I don't think I've really seen 5K interact with 2H a lot, so I don't quite know. I'll have to test that. Manages to bait the reversal. Teddy... I don't think Teddy will spend burst because for Masters... I was gonna say, Master's Hammer leaves you plus 26, but goes for Pile Bunker there to close things out. And it's blocked. Perhaps using it as a frame trap, expecting a challenge for the likes of Bump Ahead or It's Late. Levintime is even things up, 2-2. Grand Finals reset. Eddie is the #1 seed, won last week's Weebcup, 170, over strong competitor Rain, who has won a fair number of Weebcups for himself. 2S, excuse me, to challenge the 5K at round start. 2S again. Gold Burst doesn't find purchase. This is huge. Levintime. Oh no! That is a blunder. Teddy has meter. Teddy's starting to get burst back. That lost burst is not so big of an issue after positive. If I was Levin, I'd be playing pretty scared right now. Levin is playing ridiculous. Whoa! From downtown. Not making the same mistake as last time. Opting for the Yoshigawara super. Closes out with 5D as they have been wont to do this whole bracket. Ooh, big pile bunker. Teddy has the corner. Teddy has bite. 5D. Oh my gosh, the bump ahead goes under. This is just a back and forth of heartbreak and spaghetti, all kinds of things happening in Weebcup. If you like weird interactions, Weebcup is paying in dividends tonight. Teddy has 50 meter after the wall break. Levintime has burst, has scoop. That's it. Whoa. What a wild ride this this grand final has been. Levintime sent down to losers, goes down 2 matches, and then manages to reverse 3-0 against the #1 seed. How exciting. What does Eddie think about it? Eddie loves it. Look at him clapping. Nice. Levintime, you are a champ. I think last time was maybe one of the first times you entered and you got second, and now you got first, stepping up to the next step, literally. I think that is going to do it for Weebcup this evening. I appreciate y'all coming through. Let's see. And I will put a sign up probably on Sunday, as I usually do. Let me see who's streaming right now. I think that we are going to raid Dot, who is an acquaintance of mine. They are playing, what are they playing right now? They are playing the new Castlevania game, which I am super interested in picking up at some point. So if you don't want that spoiled for... Do you have a better suggestion? Damn, was Ooey Gooey watching? I didn't see him in chat. I've had the pleasure of meeting Ooey Gooey once or twice. They've been an absolutely pleasant person to see, so if Ooey Gooey was here in the stream this evening, hey, thanks for dropping by. Okay, I'm gonna send you over to Dot Level. They're playing Castlevania right now. The new one. So y'all have a good time this evening. We are going over in 5 seconds. Thanks for stopping by. Come by in the future. Take care, y'all.